look like you just seen a corpse.
Well, the roads are effed, and something's wrong with the generator.
Which generator?
All of them.
Can't get on the internet!
Also, there's a dead body under your porch. Holy!
Maybe you're a werewolf. Maybe you're a werewolf. You're a werewolf. You're a werewolf. You're a werewolf. Maybe we're all werewolves.
Are we really in a Mexican standoff right now?
Baby, don't say Mexican. Just stand up. Josh, Jeff in Las Vegas. Good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you. How are you? Watch out behind you. Watch out.
I know. There's just danger in every turn, man. We spoke last year for Scare Me, which I absolutely loved. You're quickly becoming one of my favorite directors, man. I just love Werewolves Within. And because I love, especially comedy that reflects my weird sense of humor. And this movie, it's just like Scare Me did too. But this one, I just love this film because I like to say every scene has moments in it. You know, so much is going by, a look, someone saying something under their breath. I mean, you have to watch this thing 3 or 4 times just to get everything that's going by.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it becomes that like late night sleepover, pizza movie. I feel like with, the occasional swear word, my fault, it's going to become a bit more like a Monster Squad, for our younger folks. But I know I would have died to see something like this in high school. I hope it becomes a rewatchable classic though, and I certainly I set out to make something that felt like those kind of sweeping horror films and creature features that swept me up as a kid, from, The Thing to Arachnophobia.
Well, welcome to Beaverfield, man. This town is batshit, man. It really is
batshit.
And there's a new ranger in town, and I just love Sam Richardson. I've been watching him now for a few years. He is a star in the making. And I know this is an ensemble movie, but he really is the star of this film. He holds this whole group together.
Oh yeah, he completely does. And I keep bringing up this Guillermo del Toro quote about comedic actors, working at 100% in genre films, especially. He's already working at the top of his capacity as a comedic actor. He's firing on all cylinders that way, because he's inherently so funny, but he's also working overtime because he's playing these stakes for real as an actor. So I think that's why it works so well. He was so committed to the emotional stakes, to Finn's sort of drive in all of it, and you end up with this really warm, really genuine performance with his inherent comedic sensibility and superpowers.
Well, he's got his own sense of comedy. He does that stuttering, that kind of shocked and under his breath. I noticed that he does that in a lot of his performances. Like, was that real mail? Because that's a federal, he does this kind of like truth. I just love his delivery is so unique to him. And the casting is so good in this, and the timing is amazing, because everyone has a chance to shine in this movie. You're watching and you're thinking, well, someone's gonna, but every scene, people steal from each other. It's like, it's just going on constantly. So did you rehearse this like a play, or get these people together or did a lot of that happen naturally because of their background?
We had to rehearse it like a play. We did have one big rehearsal day. We also had a read through, and I did this wonderful night where, I can't remember if it's the same night we had the read through. It might've been, where, the actors came to the inn where we shot, the Beaverfield, which was also sort of our production office as well. It's just a sprawling property called Spillian up in Fleischmann's, New York, near where I grew up in the Hudson Valley. And I was able to, it was awesome. I walked the actors through almost like a tour of the movie, like a house tour. Like, here's where this is going to go down. Here's where you guys are going to be finger pointing. Here's where this conversation happens. Anybody, any questions? Any this, that, and the other thing? Here's how I'm going to cover it. It was a really beautiful night. It was like a really beautiful moment. We're like walking around with like wine and, talking about, different scenes and stuff. And as an actor, I always want that kind of communication and that kind of hand holding to a degree from my director, to know that I'm going to be taken care of. And also my director knows what they're doing.
Did I feel a little homage to Jaws in this movie? Because you have Mr. Flint, the scientist, the ranger, the werewolf is the shark. I see Jaws in everything, but I just felt Jaws' presence in this movie.
That's so funny. I can't believe until this very moment I didn't put Flint Well, okay, technically it's Quint, but you could say, it's
They hire him to kill the
obviously,
werewolf,
They hire him to kill the werewolf.
Yeah, it's Quint.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yes, Jaws, Fargo, and Arachnophobia specifically jumped out as comps for me. And those were the films that I sort of went to Ubisoft pitching myself on the job, sort of referencing, and they leapt at that. I remember especially our producer, Andrew Lieberman, really appreciated the Arachnophobia reference because not many people make it.
I got those.
One of my favorites.
Yes, mine too. I got that. Yep.
Yeah, just so killer. But Jaws for sure. Jaws is like spiritually a part of me. Like I watch that movie as often as I watch Saturday morning cartoons. It means a great deal to me. I watch it with my brother, my sister, and my mom and dad let me watch it when I was pretty young and would say, "That's not real blood, that's ketchup." And I watch it every year and pick up on new stuff every time.
Me too.
You totally get Jaws.
And showing my age, my dad took me to that movie first run, and I was, scarred for life at 8 years old.
Yeah, same.
Well, Josh, thank you so much. Heavens to Betsy, they're wrapping us up. So thank you again for joining me, and let's talk again soon, man. I love the film.
Yeah, Jeffrey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.